guys, this is Gayatri Negi and I'm an intern in LEXIS and Company and you're watching LEXCLIQ. In this video we'll talk about the important clauses in an agreement कि किसी भी agreement में क्या क्या important clauses होते हैं और agreement की definition is given under section 2 clause E of the Indian Contract Act 1872 जो कहता है that every promise as well as every set of promises forming the consideration for one another is called agreement. यानी कि कोई भी promises जिसमें consideration form होता है वो agreement होता है. So a legal agreement is not mere piece of paper for signing among two parties, but it defends one's business organization with its rights and remedies. So coming back to a topic that is important clauses in an agreement. So that must be added in while making or forming any agreement. So first is parties to the contract. The name of parties in the contract must be mentioned. Every individual to the contract is named in this clause, and it is very important to the validity of agreement itself. Then the second most important clause is confidentiality. The term confidentiality is a procedure or a promise that confines the access or places limitations on certain types of information relating to sensitive information, for example technical data or know-how. यानी कि confidentiality clause के basis पर जो भी parties होती हैं they agree कि वो दूसरी parties के जो भी उन्होंने information share करी है they will not share such information with other party or third person. Then services, what kind of services will be given by or rendered by each party will also be specifically mentioned in that agreement. Then terms and termination that mention the tenure for which business is required. Then compensation is one of the most important clauses in an agreement. The usual method is to look for approval of board of directors towards authorizing the compensation that the party would receive. Then IPR clause is one of the most important clause while forming a contract. IPR IP is a valuable source of income, and it is important to identify it in agreement, its ownership, uses, and the rights of individual concerning that intellectual property. Then you have also this non-compete and non-poaching clause. Under non-compete clause, an employee agrees not to enter into or start or join a profession or trade in rivalry with the employer. Then the non-poaching clause, it is pertinent to the agreement that organization mutually agree to not employ employees from each other. Then indemnity, warranty and guarantee clause is also important. It is significant to protect a firm from the errors committed by the outsiders. Then you have the dispute resolution clause in which we add arbitration usually, but the court has also said to add furthermore dispute resolution so that less business cases would come to the court, such as mediation and conciliation or negotiation. Then governing laws and jurisdiction must also be mentioned, by what law this agreement or contract will be governed by, and in what court, in which court the jurisdiction will state, and or which state the will have the jurisdiction to in future if any dispute arises will have the jurisdiction to have the trial these cases. So this was all about important clauses of agreement. Thank you guys, thank you for watching.